What's the weight difference between the original Manix 2 with the non-milled liners in there versus the newer exclusive steel versions of the Manix 2 with the milled liners in there? And basically I've come to notice, and I was very interested in buying a new Manix 2 when I learned that the liners, it does have liners, are going to be milled out with all the exclusive versions. I'm pretty sure it's just the exclusives. It might actually be all the newer ones as well, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Look into it yourself if you want to verify. But like I said, the original standard like S30V steel versions all had slabs of stainless steel for the liners, and they were not milled out. And the one thing I always notice with this is a very old knife. One of my original knives I got when I first started getting into knives is that it's very tail heavy, very tail kind of butt heavy, sinks back in your hand a lot. More weight here than here. It's not balanced very well. So that's what I've always noticed with that knife. And the very first thing I noticed when I first got this knife, the Manix 2 with the M390 steel, it's an exclusive, other than the action being completely buttery smooth out of the box, is that it just feels like a different knife handling it. It's so much lighter, noticeably lighter, and the balance is completely different. Obviously the ergonomics are the same exact cutout. And one thing also I will say, since my original one, my original knife is a very old knife, 8 years old or so, it's the steel. You can see I've completely like messed up the edge. This is one of the knives I chose when I started learning how to like freehand sharpen knives, and I still haven't really nailed it down, but you can see it's got way too low of an edge on there. It's got tons of material taken off. If you put it up to this knife right here, you'll see probably 1/8 of an inch at one point, maybe 1/16 of an inch just taken off, and just a way steeper edge. But anyways, I know that this knife might be a little heavier originally than it is now, so we'll compensate for that when we weigh them. So the question was, what's the weight difference? Let's go ahead and bring the scale back out and turn it on and check out the weight difference of the non-milled Spyderco Manix 2 versus milled out Manix 2. So the non-milled linered, the non-milled is 4.94 ounces for my particular one. Let's add, say, 0.505 of an ounce. 0.05 of an ounce makes it 4.99 ounces. And I think it is actually advertised, it was advertised at 5 ounces, so we can do that as well, either or. But anyway, let's go ahead and weigh the milled out liner. The milled out liners, the milled out liner version of the Spyderco Manix 2. Different steel, but anyways, 4.19 ounces, so that's crazy. That's basically 0.8 ounce lighter. I mean, that's quite a bit lighter. Like I said, the very first thing I noticed, other than how smooth it is compared to a DLC blade, just out of the box, it's so smooth. But yeah, the weight distribution is just way better, way better. So if you have any questions, let me know. Just make it a simple video. Thanks.